Om Sahana Vavatu.
Om Sahana Vavatu.
Sahanau Bhunaktu.
Sahanau Bhunaktu.
Sahaviryam Karavavahai.
Sahaviryam Karavavahai.
Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai.
Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shuklam Paradharam Vishnum.
Om Shuklam Vishnum
Shashivarnai Chaturbhujam.
Sasivarnai Chaturbhujam
Prasannavadanam Dhyayet.
Prasannavadanam Dhyayet
Sarva Vignopashantaye.
Prashantaye
Saraswati Namastubhyam.
Saraswati Namastubhyam
Varade Kamarupini. Vidyarambham karishyami.
Vidyarambham
Siddhir bhavatu me sada. Yenakshara samamnayam. Adhigamya maheshwarat. Krusnam vyakaranam proktam. Tasmai paninaye namaha. Akuha visarjaniyanam kantaha. Ichuyashanam talu. Riturashanam murdha. Ritulasanam dantyaha. Upadmaniyanam aushtau. Nyamagananam nasikancha. Edaito kanthatalu. Odauto kantoshtam. Vakarasya dantoshtam. Jihvamuliyasya jihvamulam. Nasika anuswarasya. Sharmila ji, last time you didn't do the Rama.
Ramah, Ramo, Ramaha, Ramam, Ramo, Raman, Rame, Ramabhyam, Ramehe, Ramaya, Ramabhyam, Ramebhyoho, Rama, Ramabhyam, Ramebhyoho, Ramasya, Ramayoho, Ramaram, Rame, Ramayoho, Rameshu, Ram, Ramo, Ramaha.
Phalam. Luvenaji, phalam.
Phalam, phale, phalani, phalam, phale, phalani, phalena, phalabhyam, phalaihi, phalaya, phalabhyam, phalebhyah, phalat, phalabhyam, phalebhyah, phalasya, phalayoho, phalanam, phale, phalayoho, phaleshu, phala, phale, phalani.
Mukesh bhai. You are mute, huh? Please unmute. Still muted.
केशव ती तह अंति सी थह थ मी वह मह
Any verb?
ओके रमती रमतः रमन्ति रमसी
But no. Ramathi is an Atmanapada. So you cannot use Rama. But let me tell you, Damsh means to bite. But when you use Dashati,
दशति
yeah.
दशति दशतः दशन्ति दशथि दशस दशसि दशथः दशथ दशामि दशावः दशामः
The translation, you know. So need not, yeah. He bites. Bite means to bite. Okay.
Yes.
And what more I have today added, it will come very late. These all are called personal noun, pronoun. So aham, avam, vayam. So I, we two, we all. So Deepak bhai, can you do? You are also mute.
Aham, avam, vayam, mam, avam,
No, both you can use mom and ma.
ma,
Both
mam,
meaning is same.
ma, avam, no,
Hmm.
asman, nah,
Hmm.
maya, avapyam, asmabhihi,
Hmm.
mahyam, me, avapyam, no, asmabhyam, nah,
Hmm.
mat, avapyam, asmat, mam, me, avayoho, no, asmakam, nah,
Hmm.
mayi, avayoho, ashmasu.
This is not mom, but mama. Okay. Mama. We have to pronounce mama. The meaning aham means I, we two, we all. Mom, to me, this is the abbreviated form of mom. So sometimes it is mama brahma nirakaro, it comes. Then avam, to both of us. No, asman, to us. Maya, by me. Avabhyam, by both of us. Asmabihi, by all. Mahyam, for me. Me also. Avabhyam, for both of us. Asmabhyam, for all, for all of us. Mat, from me. Avabhyam, from both of us. Asmat, from us. Mama, my. Avayoho, my means both of us. Asmakam, for of us. And last one is my. In me, avayoho, in both of us, asmasu, in us. So this we'll say next time, but aham avayam is very oftenly we use. That's why I think every day we start chanting, no, it will be familiar to you. So aham avam vayam, Puja Swamiji used to say, when a person borns, at that time aham, then it grow, and marriage comes, avam. And after some time, vayam, some child comes, no? Then we all. So aham, then avam, this is the called sansara, aham, then avam, and then vayam. So last time we have finished dative case also. Fourth case, dative sampradhanam. That we have seen. This dative case is used for sakarmaka verb. A verb which takes two objects. So they have given to give, to send, to promise, and to show. So acharya yachati. Acharya, a teacher gives. What? Pustakani. A teacher gives the books. To whom? So if say to students, so this students goes in fourth case. For the sake of student, for students. After the verb meaning to be angry, to long for, even kupyati. These all are takes fourth case. So janakaha kupyati. This desire, it takes seventh case. Janakaha kupyati. A father is angry. With whom? So putra. So we can take generally two for second case. But if kupyati is there, so this object of anger will goes in fourth case. To express the purpose of action. Where are you going? So we say, I'm going for something. So he goes for a war. So yuddhaya gacchati. Suppose somebody says, where are you going? You can say, gacchami deva mandiraya. For to going to temple, I'm going. To indicate the person or thing for whose advantage the action is done. He digs a well. He means he, somebody saha khanati. That person digs what? Well. But for whom? Putrepya. For the sake of, for his sons. So this putrepya is 4 by 3. After verbs indicating movement, servant goes to the village. Dasaha gramaya gacchati. But we can put also gramam gacchati. Both are correct. No problem. Generally, always they put in second case. Generally. So after particles like namaha, swasti. Swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahisha. Swasti prajabhyah. Prajabhyah is fourth. Ramaya Namah, Shivaya Namah, all are fourth. So salutation, always take. And last time, I think Puja has asked, there is a one thing, nam, is a in first conjugation only. Nam means same salutation, but it is a verb. This namaha is a noun. So here we can put namati, namataha, namanti. Same way, namasi, namatha, but this is indeclinable. They remain same. They never change. Swasti, held to. Even last time I said swaha. and svada. Last we have seen. These all particles take fourth case. The connected word to this namaha always take fourth case. Up we have seen, now we are entering in sixth conjugation. We have completed 1 and 4. So first conjugation, anybody knows the rules? So suppose it's a verb. In first conjugation, we have to add akara and then termination, titaha, anti, etc., etc. So what is the role of this akara? Anybody knows? Who can tell me? Yes, Mukesh.
It will take the gana and vruddhi of the middle vowel.
Oh no, Vruddhi, it will take guna always for last vowel.
Last vowel.
And
Sorry.
upada also, penultimate short vowel. Penultimate short vowel. So suppose
We started bhu, bhava.
this is bhu. Yeah, it becomes, what is the guna letters of u? So it becomes bo. And here ti. No, bo. 1 minute.
Bhava. We say plus.
Again, we have to
Bhava.
add here also. We have to add akara. So bo remains as it is, and ti. And because of our HOY sandhi, ayav sandhi, it becomes bhava. Bhav plus that whole detail we have seen. So it becomes bhavati. So always last vowel takes guna because of akara. This akara speciality is because of akara of first conjugation, last vowel takes guna. Same way, penultimate short vowel of verb, this akara can cause guna. So I was just remembering any verb. 1 minute. For first conjugation, some verb, no? Because here tuda.
Bud.
Bud, yeah, good.
Bodhami, yeah.
Suppose, yes, suppose bud. Bud plus a plus ti. So this akara causes guna of penultimate, but it should be short vowel. So it becomes both. Here the is half. Both plus ati. This a will join with half the kara. It becomes bodhati. This is the rule of first conjugation. I think everybody must be know, no? If you don't know, please, this is a fresh up. But what is the rule of fourth conjugation? Now, then we will enter in sixth, no?
It doesn't take guna, but add vowel akara.
No. Suppose.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, suppose, yeah, push. Push is a verb.
Yeah, it don't take gun, it don't take but
instead of a, we have to add yakara, and then this titaha anti. This yakara doesn't take any guna or anything. For even last vowel, penultimate vowel, simply joined with this half shakara, so it becomes pushyati. And this this rules, no, pushyami, that we all know. In front of ma and va, this last a is elongated, so it becomes a. But suppose pushya hope plus ati, anti, then this a is drop. Otherwise become pushyanti. It won't like that, but it become pushyanti. This is common rule. That much we have seen. Now we are entering in sixth conjugation. So in first conjugation, we used to add akara. Here also we will add akara, but it doesn't cause any guna or penultimate or even last vowel of any vowel, any verb. The radical vowel does not take guna. The formation of base, it is written, the radical vowel does not take guna. Ya is not added. Like in fourth conjugation, we used to add ya, is not added. So it is written here, yakara is not added. And again, what I have said is, letter a is added before the termination. The termination means titaha anti sitaha tha mi vaha maha. That a becomes a before termination, beginning with ma and va. That's why we know mi vaha maha, that pushyami, bhavami, bhavavaha. And same, that a is dropped before termination, beginning with a. That what last I have just now mentioned, the termination are the same as those of the first conjugation. So first one, this is called tudadi. Tudadi means, tud means to strike. So suppose here we can write tud means to strike. This akara, gana vikarna, we say is called akara. For sixth conjugation also, we have to add akara and then termination stita anti. But this akara doesn't cause anything. It's a guna of radical vowel or guna of penultimate vowel. So if it would be in first conjugation, this tooth becomes to, todati. But here it remains just as it is. So this akara simply joins half the kara, it becomes to the plus t. So it becomes to the whole, this is whole. It becomes to the t. He strikes. If to the plus me or maha or vaha, so this becomes a. So to the me, to the vaha, to the maha. That is general rule. And last one is ti taha anti. So tud to the plus anti. According to it may be dirgha sandhi, but here this a is dropped. It becomes tudanti. Is it clear? Pooja ji or anybody would like to ask? Pooja ji, Pooja.
Swamiji, this is clear.
Clear, no? Okay. Okay. So this is one I would like to tell. I have already told, but still, Suppose first tud is the original verb, then we have added gana vikarna of sixth conjugation is a, and then this terminations titaha anti, etc. So when this joins with half the, it's called tuda. This tuda is called verbal base. It is ready to join with all termination. Titaha anti, mi sitaha thaha, mi vahama. Okay? So this is very easy. Sixth conjugation, nothing to do.
Very simple.
Very simple. So is written application tud, to strike, formation of the base. They say base, verbal base. We say is verbal base. So 1 and 2 neither take guna nor even ya. So 1 and 2. So what is written here 1 and 2? Suppose here 1 and 2. But same, like in first conjugation, in fourth conjugation, is neither take guna or whenever we are not adding yakara. But third one is the letter a is added. So tud plus a is becomes tuda. This tuda is ready to join with all termination. So before terminations, beginning with half means ma and va, it becomes tuda, tudami, tudavaha. And before termination, beginning with a, here they said this akara is dropped. We can drop that anti also. So I have dropped that akara. But one is a should be dropped. So it becomes tudanti. So tudami, tudami, tudavaha, tudamaha. I strike, we two strike, we all. To the si, to the thaha, to the tha. You strike, you all strike, you two strike, you all strike. To the ti, to the taha, to danti. He strikes, they two strike, and they all strike. This is very simple. And how can we recognize this is first conjugation and sixth conjugation? So that I have said, if this tuda would be in first conjugation, it becomes toda. But if tuda remains as it is, we can understand it is in sixth conjugation. So they have given now, this is not much now, irregular verbs of the sixth conjugation. Kruta. Here, kruta is original verb. I used to say in Sanskritam is called gana. Yeah, is dhatu. It's called dhatu. Is original dhatu into this nakara is added. Kruntati. Krut, kruntati. This nakara is added. So whatever if ta, so what is the nasal of ta? They have added now. Much, to release. So what is the nasal anuswara of cha? So it is munchati. We cannot able to see, but munchati. Lup means to break. Lumpati. From this much only moksha word comes. Because the meaning of much means to release. Moksha. I would like to release from sansara. It's called moksha. Even realization is also comes from this moksha. Because in English, somebody says realization. Lup, the nasal of pakara is ma, that's why lumpati. Lip means to anoint, becomes the limpati. From there only, in Gujarati we say limpana. Limpana means to anoint. With means to find. Vindati is very common. If in would first conjugation, V becomes ve. You have to also remember what is the guna letters of all this. I will start to keep also. So it may be memorized. Sich, to sprinkle. Simchati. Ish means to wish. It should become ichchati. This is totally different. Pracha is the original dhatu. Become pruchchati. This is totally different. That's why it's called irregular verbs. They don't follow the regular rules and regulations. So pracha becomes prucha. The meaning of pracha is to ask. We have already seen all visarga, but they are still discussing the visarga. So they say the final visarga is preceded by any vowel except a or a. New sandhi rule must be applied. Then we will see all whole graph. So final visarga preceded by any vowel except a or a, and is followed by a vowel or a soft consonant. Then visarga is changed to half refa. So is balehi dhavati. So this visarga converts into half refa. Baleir dhavati. Mitrehi. Balehi dhavati means he runs. Somebody runs along with children. Atati means to roam. Saha atati. He is roaming along with friends. Mitrehi atati. So what? Why they have given two examples? Because dhakara is soft consonant. So actually bale. He plus dhavati. No, dhavati means run. He runs. So here dhakara is soft consonant. Before visarga is a. Except a and a, all are okay. So this visarga converted into half repa. So we can write Balair Dhavati. This repa goes up and becomes here repa Dhavati. This is one example. Now they say Mitrehi Atati. A starts with vowel. That's why they have given another example. Mitrehi. Mitrehi Atati. So before visarga is a, after visarga is a vowel. So again it converts into half refa. So it becomes actually mitreir, half refa and atati. This refa will join akara. So it becomes mitre ratati. Clear? So I think they have covered almost all visarga sandhi. So this is the glimpse of all visarga sandhi. We can now recapitulate the sandhi rules applying to final visarga. So they have given here visarga. Here visarga if it is preceded by any vowel. So visarga Here we can write AV means any vowel, and if followed by ka, kha, pa, pha, sha, sha, sa, then what will happen? So if followed by, so it remains unchanged. So there is no change. But we have seen, suppose ka and kha, so we can put like this. Upadmaniyana, we have seen. Jihva mulya. For kakara and kakara, it's called jihva mulya. But nowadays, nobody is putting. So, jihva mulya, yasya jihva mula. And in front of purna madaf, purna midam. So here also, we can purna. This visarga, we can write. Classical Vedantic text, they like this, purna madaf, purna midam. So it is called Upadmani Yanam Oshto. Upadmani. Upadmani. But only we have to chant as a fa. Purna madaf, purna midam. Here, K, H, Namak Kalaya, Namak Kalavikarna. Then, any vowel. So here again, before visarga, here we can say before visarga any vowel, after visarga, if chakara and chakara, then visarga becomes shankarasha half. That we know the rule. Same way, before visarga, if any vowel again, and it is followed by ta and ta, it becomes half shanmukha shakara. If before visarga any vowel and it's followed by tha and tha, it becomes hapsa. Namaste astu Bhagavan. That we have seen. Namah Shivaya. We can't say Namah Shivaya. We have to say Namah Shivaya here. But it is optional. So here we have to write Namah Shivaya. We can't say Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. That loose chanting is not allowed in Sanskrit. Now, here we have any vowel. So before visarga, again I can put here. Before visarga, any vowel except a and a. And after visarga, a vowel or soft consonant. Just now what we have seen. So visarga becomes refa. Just now what we have seen. Now, before visarga, a and a, then visarga is followed by soft consonant. So it is, says here, it is dropped. Even before visarga, it is a and is followed by soft consonant. So I think it should come here. Aha becomes O.
Swaminiji, I think it is the previous one, no? A vowel or a soft consonant, what we studied just now, becomes half
that is,
refa.
that I have said, no? This is
and
actually,
this one also.
This is just now what we have seen.
Yeah, I think even the next line.
But this is visarga is drop only.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is for the next one.
Yeah. Suppose, Naraha Atanti. So before visarga, this a, and after visarga, any even dhavanti, whatever. But simply we can cite Nara, ha, Nara, Atanti. Simply this visarga is dropped. So that's why, this in this, they are not putting clearly. So I have prepared. So this is, now let's see what you are saying, Iluvenaji. Before visarga is akara. So there are three chances. Before visarga akara, Then visarga is followed by a, but still it is before visarga is a only. Even then, after visarga, soft consonant, and last one is any vowel except a. So first one, if before visarga a and after visarga a, then aha, because here is aha. Changes to o, and its following by a is replaced by avagraha. This a is elided. So this is Shivaha plus aham. So before visarga is akara, after visarga is akara, so is become o, this akara here is elided, is dropped. In place of this becomes this avagraha, is called avagraha. Same way before visarga a is followed by soft consonant, so it becomes o, samo bhutva. Mana apamanayo samo krutva, samo bhutva. So it becomes o. But if before visarga a and after visarga any vowel except a and a, except a, even they have written, visarga, except any vowel except akara, then visarga is simply dropped. Bhuya eva mahabaho shrunu mem paramam vachan. I think, share this whole table with you. So this rule is before visarga akara, after visarga any vowel except akara, then this visarga is simply drops. There is no furthermore. And here, before visarga is a, and after visarga any vowel or a soft consonant, so again visarga is dropped. Yahi sansparshaja bhogaha dukkhayonaya. Sansparshajaha bhogaha. This visarga is simply dropped. Sansparshaja bhogaha. And whatever we have seen last is any vowel, before visarga, any vowel except a, and followed by any vowel and soft consonant, then here visarga changes to refa. So in sthitadihi munihi uchyate. So I have given both in one. So this visarga here is followed by soft consonant, and this visarga is followed by vowel. So both here, and before visarga is ikara, so it's not akara or akara, so it becomes half refa. Here also becomes half refa. So being soft consonant, this refa will go up munihi, munir. But being vowel, it becomes ruchyate. This refa simply joined with this u, it's become ruchyate. So I have given all. Shivoham, this bhuyaha eva, ramo gacchati, naraha gachanti, nara gachanti. I think, did I share with you in this group? I think we shared, no?
Yes, ma'am, you have shared.
So this is the summary of whole visarga. So this is over. So the particle boho drops its visarga when followed by a vowel or soft consonant. This is particle is boho. Means oh. In Gujarati we say oh Rama. Same way in Sanskrit I say bo. So this Puja Swamiji's one composition is Bho Shambhu. So Bho Shambhu. It's like a oh Lord. Same is called Bho. So that Bhoho, this Visarga drops its Visarga when followed by a vowel or a soft consonant. So Bho Rama. So we can't say Bho Rama, Bhoho Rama. But if some name, if you remember, with Bhoho Krishna, I think. Generally, they always say Bhoho Krishna, because it starts with hard consonant. So this is the rule. So I think here it is over. Now they have given the vocabulary. Krush, to plow. Krushati. That's why only Krushi means, or agriculture word has come. Kship means to throw. Kshipati. You may ask, or you, I don't know, but you may have asked, how can we distinguish? This is a first conjugation or sixth conjugation. So if in first conjugation, you have to remember that both rule. This akara can cause this guna of radical vowel and penultimate vowel, short vowel. So krush. So what is the guna of ar? It becomes ar. Karshati, it becomes. This is rukara. So ka plus this is r. So what is the guna? So it becomes karsh ar. Same kshepati, if in first conjugation. Same way todati, lekhati, veshati. But it is not like that. So we can understand they all are in sixth conjugation. Same way tud means to strike. Dati. Dish, dishati, to show. Lik, likhati, to write. Lekhanam. Vish, vishati, to enter. Sruj, srujati, to create. Sprush, sprushati, to touch. Sparsha, from this word. Krut, kruntanti, to cut. That's why one name of Yamadharma Raja is Krutanta. One who cuts our life from this body is called Krutanta. Yamaraja's one name. Much, to release. Munchati, that we have seen. These all are irregular verbs. Lup, to break. Lumpati. Lip, to anoint. Limpati, with, to find. Vindati. Sich, to sprinkle. Simchati. That's why sinchai. You know, there is a one word comes, sinchai. Ish, this icha. This my icha. To wish becomes ichati. Prach, to ask. Pruchati. Has, to laugh. Hasati. This is hve. HVA. So actually is HV. It's called hve. Means to call. That's why we have heard the name Ahvahanam. This Ahvahanam comes from here. Ahvanam na janati. I don't know how to call you to Lord. So it's Ahvayati. Generally, always it comes with a only. Ahvayati means to call, to challenge, ahvanam. Anilaha. This is now noun, shabdaha. These all are dhatus. Now this row is for noun. So this anilaha, wind, bharaha, burden, veeraha, hero, shrugalaha, jackal, hamsaha, swan, gruham, house, tiram, bank, a bank of Ganga, bhushanam, ornament, ratnam, jewel. So what is the difference from all these four? 1 minute.
Neutral.
Yeah, these are called neutral. Yeah. So we can decline like phala shabda. And this all are we can decline like Rama shabda. Prepositions governing the instrumental that we have seen, saha, with, and vina also. The meaning of vina means without. Ramena vina aham vanam na gacchami. Without Ram, I won't go to the forest. And particle governing the instrumental also are alam and krutam. Both meaning is enough. Alam bhojanam. Krutam bhojanam. Enough. Now no much pressure. Particles governing the dative case is namaha, salutation, swasti, L2, plus swaha plus svada. They have given only two that we have seen. We have still 3 to 4 minutes. We can translate. It is easy. One by one, we will translate. So from again Sharmilaji, Sukham here ichami. Icha means to wish. Ichami. You please translate.
I wish for happiness.
Ichami means I wish.
So I wish for happiness.
Yeah, I wish happiness. Yeah. Then Viraya Kusumani Yachati Nrupaha. So Luvenaji. This you go always noun first nomination nominative case. Yeah. Nrupaha.
Nrupaha yachati.
To give.
To give. So the king gives flowers to the hero.
Yeah, to the hero. Yeah. So this is 2 by 3. Second case, plural, Kusumani. But this is again, this dative, no?
Yeah.
Yachati is sakarmaka. It takes another object to give. So it is 4 by 1. So actually, Anvaya is Drupaha. You have to understand like this, then it is very easy. So in Drupaha, I am putting here, Yachati. A king gives. We ask what? Then we can say Kusumani. Like in English also, no, we always put verb last. So Ndrupaha Kusumani Viraya. So between nominative and verb, we have to keep on asking the verb, and we find out accusative case. What is the fourth case? So Nrupaha Yachati. Nrupa gives what? What king is gives? So Kusumani, he gives flowers to whom? To hero. So this hero comes in fourth case, Kusumani in 2 by 3. Then Puja ji. Third one.
Shrikalo Balaha Dashati.
Balam.
Balam, sorry. So,
Jackal. Bites.
bite.
Dashate means to bite, yeah. And this is jackal.
So the jackal bites the the kid.
Kid, yeah.
The kid is bitten by the jackal.
So you have used passive voice, you know. You're not saying. Well, correct. Both translation is correct. Jackal bites a kid, and kid is bitten by a jackal. But it is, we have not seen yes passive voice, but it is correct. We will see. So in passive voice, the Strugala will go in third case, Bala will come in first case, and Dashati become Dashyate. That we will see in detail. Okay. Now Deepak Bhai, fourth.
Karabhyam Jala
Jalam, Jalam,
Jalam Prusasi.
Sprushasi.
Prusasi. He touches water with both hands.
Sprushasi, what is the meaning of Sprushasi?
He touches.
He, he.
Touches.
This is C, huh? This is C, Sprushasi.
Prusasi.
You have to remember T, then C, and me.
You touches.
You. Yeah.
You touches.
Yeah, you
touches
touch
water.
You touch water.
You touch water with both hands.
Yeah, correct. Then our Mukesh Bhai.
भारेण दासः संयति.
Shramyati.
दासः संयति.
Too very actually. Shramyati, tired. Yeah.
Tired. Bharena, burden.
Because of burden.
Because of burden.
A servant is very.
Servant tired.
Because
of burden.
Burden. Yeah. So this now you can do. We will see English to Sanskritam later, but this is very easy. Anutiram Hansaha Chalati. You can translate and you can put in our group. Okay. And then we will do something. This is too much, 31 sentences. Then we will translate the following into Sanskrit. We will do some 10 sentences. Okay. But this is from 6 up to 31. From here up to Alam Danena. A very short sentences. Good for Alam Danena. It is very nice, Ola. Kapotan Munchata. These all are very easy. I think you all have this book, no, with you?
Yes.
In soft
Yes,
copy.
ma'am.
Yeah, it's okay. And then if you would like to have a ish with pracha, you can make it is on conjugate the following in the present tense active voice with vidami. What was the wind, no? Ish become ich, vid becomes wind, prach become pruch. So pruchami, pruchavaha, pruchamaha. Like that. Vindati. It generally comes in Upanishad. Kalena atmani vindati. Shall we do Purnamada? Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.